Hi. I got some private message. One person was asking me about what kind of spiritual blow did I mean when I was talking in that video. And I must say I really appreciate the message and the interest. And of course I'm not gonna have all the answers in your specific way of experiencing things, you know what I mean, because you're individual, you have individual experiences, or actually you can have experience of the same thing as myself or someone else, but you're gonna experience it in your own way. But still, we're not gonna be able to talk about something different, because it's not different. It's gonna be the same level, but just because they're individual, unique, you know, you're gonna experience it a little bit, maybe, you know, of course, a little bit different, you know. And I must say, I was talking about the blow. That is, the person was asking me if it's about astral projections and psychic attacks and possessions. And actually I was talking about possessions, and how does it come to possessions which make the psychic attacks actually possible. All this comes through astral projections, of course. I know for a lot of you these terms are kind of like, wow, too big and too intellectual, you know what I mean? And I don't want to make it sound like that, but it's just the terms that usually people recognize these things by. And so if I start talking about something completely different, they're gonna be a bit lost, those people. But for all of you, I would say like this. You can imagine. Now, the first thing that I need to say is some notice, a very important thing, that if you're actually ignorant to spirit, I'll do like this. I like these trees. Maybe I'll go down there. So if you're ignorant to spirit, to energy, and to multiple dimensions and multiple existence of yourself, then you cannot, if you're an atheist, you know what I mean, or whatever you want to call yourself, and deny these things, then unfortunately it's very difficult for you to comprehend this, or to even believe, you know what I mean, this idea, or, you know, what can I say? So I'll say like this. There's many worlds and many dimensions, and those many dimensions actually allow many worlds to even exist, and to be many worlds and many different worlds. And they're just as real as the one that you in this physical body recognize as the physical environment, you know what I mean, the world that you live in. Let's say the tree, see, that I can touch. Okay, now I have gloves, but you know, anyways, I can still touch it, grab it, you know what I mean. That seems real to you, you know, to you, if you look at it from a physical point of view. But then those other worlds that I talk about, that I received the blows from, or that I could actually even give a blow to someone else if I would want it to, or if it would be needed, it's not always evil, you know, I mean, it's not always bad. Sometimes these blows, they make you, they elevate you, you know, because they are forced to think, you know what I mean. It's like, wow, because it's a matter of life and death, actually, for the entity, for the physical entity. It's a matter of life and death, because you see, if you go running, you spend a lot of the physical energy. But if you deal with different worlds, and you have to project yourself, or you just project yourself by sometimes not even knowing how, you know, you are spending the energy from a different field, which is the energy of the field of your energy body. And that's kind of like the essence of you, you know. And that's a very, very difficult one, because if you spend too much of that one, it's a very slight chance that you can recover. And then you might be lost and trapped, dependent on certain beings' energy, you know? And then you have a problem, because they keep you there, and you have no power to release yourself from that fist, you know, that bond, you know, because you need them, but at the beginning they needed you, you know. They needed you to give them the energy, and you needed them to get the information. Well, I tell you, I'll say to every one of you, don't get too much into the books, and try to get this as like a recipe, you know, how to do it, and then actually start practicing it. First of all, learn through this physical field, through this physical environment, how to appreciate life. And when you have this real, true, genuine appreciation for life, then you can begin with that. And you know, you're just gonna be way safer. Because remember, you can be adventurous, you can be nosy, you can be curious, but that will not save you from being seen as an intruder, from being on a different energy level. And you might be able to get into their world, but you might not be able to get out of their world again. You see, this idea of yours, that everything is one, of a lot of you, I'm not saying yours in particular, but of a lot of you, that everything is just one, whoa, everything's beautiful, we are all this one family, and we're all one, this big being. Doesn't work here, you know, it doesn't work. Because this is a true knowledge of yourself as individual entity, as a part of that huge, or I would say the infinite field, or I don't want to call it a field, it's way more personal to me. So it's kind of, if I say a field, it's just like some, you know, without any personality, without anything, you know, but